30s and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my...
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Baby. Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow. I'll go on, 80. Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On first down, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
43-yard line.
Mike, finish that. 19. Don't get nervous.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping...
Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they Frankie, I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Fight on these two. Let's go, Artie! Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check. Yellow. Our time.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Here's Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st down, Texans.
50 set. Choose the mic. Oh, yeah. And
Here's Watson, option left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's the way to hit.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
We got man. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. I know he ain't got it. 56. 64. 56, right there. 56.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson.
Check 24.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Watch me, 9. Twist. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Watch the lane.
Wide.
Here's Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
We're set. 19.
Mike by 2. Watch the slant.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Pick.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I'm trying to collect.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike, 55.
Hey, rip list.
5, Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant.
57 color.
To throw, it's Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, Detroit! George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Reset. 19.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me.
Second and a yard at the 42-yard line.
Reset. 19.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Reset. 19.
Bound to lose one. Check 13. Check 13. Check 50. Check 50.
59. 59.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
54.
On second and a yard. Watson going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup and even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Rabbit.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
57. 57. 15. And let's get it started.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field when you go make a play on the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A loss of 2 there, second down.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes on the screen. This is Coleman. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
15.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man.
Run!
And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Slam, slam, slam. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch.
Hey, Sunday.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is Coleman with the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Keep working.
Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7.
That fake punt was big.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third, Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turned into a play action.
He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He finds his man Johnson, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go
Keep grinding,
until
bro.
halftime. last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Alert, alert.
Again, it's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Record.
Throwing again is Watson. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins.
Get that ball.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Wise motion.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson, he's going to look deep in zone for, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day, baby, all day.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Mike 41. Let's go, D. It's going to be a day offense. It's going to be a long day. 41's coming.
15.
Watch the slant. Shift.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He finds Coleman. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Yellow.
41 Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
43.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 22, Mahomes. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come back.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Let's put that team on the...
Yellow.
Check. Lucky. They're coming.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see do they rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
He's tight right.
Watson now to throw.
Even.
And this one's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Watch the curls. 56 the mic.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Prater to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Lions 28, Texans 7. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56. Target.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Miller with a first down and more. Lamar Miller, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, he shifts past him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now here's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's checking. Check nickel.
That's caught out wide by Stills. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On second down, here's Miller. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Watson escaping the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it.
Gardner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson.
Come on, baby. Let's see what
Looking
you got.
end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
A gain of 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Check.
Hey, yo, hey, go gun, go gun, go gun.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 78 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. They listen, getting the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Fuck around and run it up.
Offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down
No
big
class.
here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. And you talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next.